This video I'm going to be talking a little bit about doing princess slash any kind of character parties for children because I started doing it in 2014, which was like 3 years ago. I don't know how it's gone that quickly. So I know that whenever I talk to people about it at uni or whatever, they're kind of like, oh my god, that's so cool, I want to do it, you know, and a lot of people do it now. It's a very big thing in England. It's got quite big in the last few years. So I just want to share some information on how I got started with it, what I do, and kind of give some tips to anyone thinking about going down the same route. So the first thing I did was looked into buying the costumes, and obviously they're quite expensive. If you've looked into it, you'll know, especially if you want to get a realistic costume, like a really good quality one. Like I got mine from. Some of them were from eBay and some of them were from Etsy. Now on eBay and Amazon you get the ones that people wear to like fancy dress parties, but they're not what companies would call park style or park quality. So like for anyone who's been to a Disney park, for example, you'll know the costumes are phenomenal and absolutely gorgeous, really well tailored and absolutely stunning. So you really want to get one that looks as good as possible, but obviously what a lot of people do is buy a kind of cheaper one to start with, and then you can upgrade as you make money from it, I guess. I started with my Belle costume because Belle's my favourite. I already had like long light brown hair at the time, so I knew I didn't need a wig for it. I could just put my hair in the style, so that would have saved me money on a wig that I would have bought for another character. And also I had sixth form dress up day and I wanted to go as Belle, so I could kill two birds with one stone by having the costume. The Belle costume was from Etsy. It was from a shop called Angel Secret, and they're amazing. They make really fantastic ones. My favourite princess party company, Little Princess Parties, based in Iowa in America, and they use a lot of Angel Secret costumes for theirs. They do the wigs, they do the costumes. They also sell them just the fabrics, so you can make your own costumes with them. So it's really, really cool. Check them out. So once I got my Belle costume, my mum took some pictures of me dressed up in it in the living room against like a plain wall, kind of like this one. And we got them printed. We used, Vistaprint, and we got some leaflets printed for me. This is the tip, to spread the word. It's quite difficult to get your name out there, so there's a few things that I did. Firstly, set up a Facebook page for it, invite all your friends and family, ask them to share it, because obviously a lot of them will have children and friends who have children, so get the word out there that way. Secondly, it was about summertime, I think, which made it easier when I set up. I think it was the July of 2014, and I found out that there were some local like summer fates going on, and if there's anything like that, if you live in a city, I think it's easier because you can kind of go anywhere. I don't know if I actually did this, but I was just going to go into town one day and just stand and hand out leaflets dressed up, because obviously you get kids running up and trying to get pictures with you, and then you give them a leaflet and you talk to their parents and you're like, oh, hire me. So that's really a great way to do it. But yeah, summer fates, obviously you know there's going to be kids there, so I went to a summer fate dressed as Belle, and about a year later I went to one as Cinderella, which was really fun. I also went to see the live action Cinderella dressed up as Cinderella, and because I knew there'd be kids there, and I took my leaflets along. Just anything you can do to get the word out there. Thirdly, I would say schools. If you can go to any schools in your area and give them to the reception desk, either to put on the desk or if they have a notice board or something out the front that the parents will see. And my fourth thing, this is what I found most important, I think. Once you get that first booking, if you take some leaflets along and kind of give them to the mum of whoever's party it is and ask her to put a leaflet in each of the party bags. Because what I found was after I did my first Belle party, all the little girls were going home like, Mum, Belle was at the party today, I want her at my party. And then like within a couple of days I had someone ringing me up like, hey, my daughter was at the party the other day and she really wants you to do hers. And by the time I did her party, I had my Elsa costume. I would recommend, if you're going to do Disney, not meant to say Disney because copyright, but if you're going to do fairy tale princess kind of parties, I would say start with Elsa, because obviously at the moment, Frozen came out years ago now, but it's still such a big hype. The way they promoted it and pushed it and really, I don't want to say milked it because that makes it sound bad, but the way they've done so much with it just from like the one film, and kids love it. So if you can get Elsa, then people lap it up. I was also going to try and get an Anna costume so that I could get a friend or someone to come along and do Anna, so we could do both of them. but I ended up going to uni and I never actually got to that point. The other costumes I got was Snow White. My Snow White costume, I bought it from second hand from a friend who wore it to our dress up day at school. It was quite a cheap one from like Amazon. It looked good, but it wasn't quite the right colours. So what I did was I got my nan to, for example, the sleeves were red but with yellow bits on them instead of blue. So I got my nan to just like adjust it and put blue bits on, and jazz it up and make it look better. I would say it's quite a daunting thing when you first do it, because you know, there's a lot of kids at birthday parties quite often, and you're kind of like the centre of attention, obviously, so it is kind of daunting. But my main piece of advice would be just be confident and just know the film. Like, maybe watch the film the night before you're doing the party or something, because for example, I've done like Christmas grottos as Elsa as well, and like sometimes you'll get kids there like, how do we know she's the real one? Ask her how she got here, ask her where she's from. And they ask me, and I'm just just like, oh, I came from Arendelle, Sven brought me on the reindeer, you know, Kristoff's gonna pick me up later. And the kids are like, oh my god, she's the real deal, you know, like, and it doesn't even cross their mind that I've watched the film, so I would just know what answer to give. So as long as you can kind of just play off aspects of the character in the story and the film that they're from, then just kind of like bring the magic alive in that way, then it's kind of easy. Once you kind of got them believing it, then it's fairly straightforward, I would say. I don't really know what else to say about this, but the other characters I do are Belle, Elsa, Cinderella and Snow White. I did want to get some more, like I said, but I got to uni and kind of got distracted. But I will hopefully be picking up a bit more seriously in the future at some point. If you have any questions about any of this sort of thing, then just leave a comment. And also check out my Facebook page, Fairy Tale Princess Parties. I will post a link below. Thank you.